it generally feels like if you ask most folks, they'll say they want more money. But you'll also hear a lot of people say a lot of negative things about money and about the people who have money. And if we pay attention, sometimes those people saying those things are us. And if we have these negative feelings about money and people who have money, part of us is going to stop us from being that kind of person, and we're going to keep us from having the kind of money that we say we'd like to have. One of those feelings is resentment. We may feel resentful towards people who have more money than we do, and it might be beneficial to us to clear that out. So, taking full responsibility for your own well-being. Even though I have some money resentment, I choose to love and accept myself. Even though I have some money resentment, I choose to love and honor myself. Even though I have some money resentment, I may resent people who have a lot of money. I may resent people who taught me about money, even if they didn't have much. But somehow around the subject of money, part of me has some resentments, which is not a very attracting feeling. And even though I have some money resentments, I choose to deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. And maybe even all these people. Because I choose to be that free. All this money resentment. All this money resentment. All this resentment around the idea of money. All this resentment towards people who have more money. All these upsetting feelings about money. It doesn't help me bring more into my life. In fact, part of me is saying, well, I don't want to be resented. And if I'm resenting people who have more money, then I'm going to limit how much money I have. How much money can I get away with having before people like me would resent me? Probably the amount that I've allowed myself. And I love and appreciate those parts of me that are just trying to take care of me. Who knows how many opportunities I've turned down that could have led to greater financial well-being. Because part of me was protecting me from resentment. Thank you, good and faithful servant. And now let's clear up some misunderstandings. I don't have to resent people who have money. And even though other people might resent me, that doesn't have to be my problem. Because there's abundance available for them too. When we resent people for having more money, it's because we think it's not possible for us to have it. I choose to be open to the possibility that that's a misunderstanding. And I'm capable of having the amount of money I really want. Someone once said, most people say they want more money than they actually want. And yet settle for much less than they could actually have. And it's not that we're bad or stupid. It's not that we're weak or lazy. It's just that we have all these internal reasons why we couldn't or shouldn't have more money. And one of those might be a fear of resentment. And I choose to clear that fear. I choose to clear all these reasons why I couldn't or shouldn't have the wealth that's available to me. And I choose to clear any fear that if I clear these blocks to wealth, I'm going to become an awful greedy person who's always taken advantage of other people. I can be ethical and wealthy. Even though I may have a lot of people that I can think of who would seem to suggest otherwise. I choose to shift my perspective to see people who are creating wealth in ethical ways and using their wealth in ethical ways. Because there's lots of people doing that. I choose to know that I would be one of them. And I choose to clear the fears that would cause me to be otherwise. Because when people are greedy and behaving badly, it's not because of the money. It's because of fear. So as I clear the fears, to uncover the love that's underneath that, I'm a really good person and can allow money in good ways and use money in good ways. So anyone who's resenting me would be doing so based on misunderstandings. And why should I deprive myself because of their misunderstandings? I'd rather educate them than fear them. As I clear up my own misunderstandings, I can more easily help others do the same. And then we can all enjoy better lives. I choose to love and appreciate that part of me that's willing to experience a more abundant life, financially and otherwise. Clearing any remaining money resentment. I choose not to hold money accountable for other people's bad behavior. clearing this negative attachment to money so that I can feel much better about money. And even the people who have some, and even the people who have a lot, because then it's much easier to attract more money. And it gives me greater freedom to share my gifts and talents in ways that create greater wealth. And that's a total win-win situation. So I'm clearing any negativity that gets in the way of that. I choose to feel good about wealth. I choose to feel good about people. Heck, I just choose to feel really good. And I'm loving myself in the process. In body, mind, and spirit. Take a deep breath. Slancha.